Hello guys, welcome to another video. Hope you all doing good. Today we have Aerox with us. As you all know, this has 155cc SOHC liquid cooled 4-valve engine. This is derived from R15 V3. This also gets VVA similar to R15. But here it produces 14 horsepower and 13 newton meters of torque. In R15 it produces 18 horsepower and 14 newton meters of torque. So it's down by 4 horsepower and 1 newton meters of torque. I believe that it's mainly due to that CVT gearbox. This has CVT gearbox, but R15 has more gearbox that can handle a lot of power and torque. This cannot handle, and it also produces its peak power and torque at lower RPMs compared to R15. I think this down in power is quite helpful in making this scooter more drivable. Coming to the engine, it's a very punchy engine. It's a pretty good engine. It's more than what you need for a scooter, of course. In this chassis, this 14 horsepower feels really good, and it's more than adequate in my opinion. This scooter is old version. Currently, you have updated Aerox, which comes in two variants, standard and S variant. S is the topper end variant. S gets keyless entry and traction control system. In my opinion, traction control and those two features are not required for a scooter. Standard basically is the same scooter as this one, but definitely gets updated graphics as well as updated suspension. Mainly the rear suspension. Rear suspension is made slightly softer now. This one it's very stiff. The scooter's handling is great actually. You sit quite upright. You have some space where you can stitch your feet if you want, but there's not a regular footboard that you would see in scooters. It's pretty narrow, but I would say it's very usable. And you also sit very upright and high also. It's around 760 mm, it's seat height. It should be okay for taller riders. Shorter riders will feel a bit too high, but it should be okay for most of the people. If you are 5'10" or 5'7", I would say it should be pretty good. As you can see, the scooter handles pretty good. The handling is really good. I really like it. And it gets 110 section at front and 140 section at rear. In terms of grip levels, it's pretty good. The grip levels are great in this scooter. The tires also offer a good stopping power. Maybe we'll do a quick launch and see. So as you can see, this scooter tops out at 108. This particular scooter, but a new one should go about 115 kilometers. I've seen the scooter do that, and it's very easy. Could cruise at 80 kilometers all day long. It's a very punchy throughout the range. I mean, getting to 80 is not a task at all. So, in terms of engine and handling, it's pretty good. That is what the plus point of this scooter, I will say. The first downside of the scooter is, of course, the brakes. This gets 230 disc at the front and it gets a drum brake at the rear. I mean, like, come on, at this time and this scooter is 155cc, they have given a drum brake at the rear. And I mean, this scooter gets a ABS at the front, but they should have got a disc at the rear and given it a dual channel ABS. But at least we have a single channel ABS, which is good. But definitely it needs a bigger disc and rear disc for sure. And if you are looking for aftermarket parts, you would find a lot of parts for this scooter, because in Asian markets, this scooter is doing pretty good. And second con is the rear suspension. The rear suspension in this scooter, particularly the one which launched initially, is very stiff. It's very stiff. It's unbearable stiff. The rear especially, and stiffness is not the problem. I would say the rebound is not that good. I would like the scooter to be more compliant. The front is pretty soft, but it does bottom out in big bumps. I wish the front suspension was a bit stiffer and the rear was a bit softer. This would be ideal setup for this scooter, but this is how you get. In the updated Aerox, you get somewhat slightly softer rear suspension, but still it's pretty stiff for a scooter. It's not a very comfortable scooter, but it helps in the handling regard. It handles pretty good. If you like driving fast, this setup is actually pretty good. It's not that hard. Only thing is that it's not very comfortable. So this scooter, as you can see, gets an LCD display, which is not very easy to read, but it shows you the RPM meter. The RPM meter goes all the way till 10,000 RPM. It's pretty good. It's on the both the sides, and you get a fuel meter and basic trip meters, odometers, and time. It has some connectivity features, I guess. Yeah. So this is how the rear of the scooter looks. The tires are very chunky. It gets 14 inches wheels and 140 section rear tires. This is where the radiator is. As you can see, there is no space here. Uh, I think that's okay. Footboard is not a thing that I would need, but it's pretty good. This is the front of the scooter. It gets all LED lights, and the front tire happens to be 110 sections, and this is also 14 inches width, and it gets all LEDs here. Updated version gets a indicator separately at the bottom, I think, but this one is integrated in the headlamps, and it's pretty good. And it comes in monster edition. Uh, so the seat is pretty big. It's very big for a scooter, and the rear seat is very stiff. Lynn would not be happy, and for me it's okay. This lack of footboard is okay for me. I have never carried anything in this area of the scooter, so for me it's completely fine. So coming to the switches, you get auto short stop button or kill switch somewhat, and here is the ignition key, and here you get high low beam and indicators and horn. I think horn is pretty good. It's not very weak. And here you get fuel opening plate. If you put it in off and then press it, should okay sorry should be in open. Yeah, that's how you fill the fuel. It's pretty handy. You don't have to open the rear seat for that. I will show you the rear seat space. This is also really big. Yeah. So it's quite adequate. You get some connected feature, like you can see the calls, and you can get some messages, I guess. So we'll get going forward. I'll show you with the lights on maybe. How do I trip through it? Is the menu button? Yeah, here is the menu button. You can see tells average fuel economy, battery voltage, trip meters, and variable kilometers. Like when you lastly change the belt, it reads from that kilometer. That is nice. I'll show you the headlamps with the LEDs. It's actually not that bright now, but at night it looks really good. It gets all LED lights, so it's looking pretty good. It gets it is like R15 made smaller. So how do you start? Okay, so it gets one touch start like all the scooters nowadays. So you basically have to click once and it should start. Yeah. Okay. We'll go now. So this scooter cost almost 1.6 lakh when this was launched. Now the pricing of the new one has gone up, and on-road prices for the standard variant is 1,80,000, and for the S variant it was 4-5,000 more than that. So it's almost 2.9 lakhs now. If you ask me, is that worth the money? I would say it is actually. If you are looking for an premium scooter at this price bracket, this is a pretty good scooter. It offers a lot of value for the money. I mean, like, since the engine coming from R15, there is not much of a warranty cost for this scooter, and this is also a global model. So the warranty cost for this scooter is pretty low, and this build quality should also be pretty good. And this is a very reliable scooter as well. The main thing is that this scooter will age really well in terms of engine and the looks also. The looks after 10 years also you still find it good looking. That is really a point you should consider buying this scooter. This is actually a motorcycle made to be a scooter, and the riding posture I really like it. It's really good. It feels very sporty. Then the ideal competitors of the scooters doesn't exist, but you have the Aprilia SR 160 and the SXR 160. But those are air-cooled engines, and it gets only 10 bhp power, and it's not worth the money, I would say. You should probably go for this one, and there is a Hero Zoom, I think the Zoom 160, but it's not that great. So if you have the budget for one, and you are looking to buy one, this is a pretty good scooter to buy. It's not like wasting money. It costs like 60-70,000 more than an 125 scooter. But I would say the money is well spent actually. This is not that impractical of a scooter. You get really good under seat space, and this space I don't really use much. For me, it's not even a problem. I never carried any can or anything, and I genuinely think like if you are buying this scooter at like 80,000, you would probably not carry any cans here, and you would not probably carry any people or a child here. Ideally, you should not carry anyone here. It should be a footboard area. For a footboard area, I think it's pretty comfortable. You will get used to it. And the Aerox is also doing pretty good. That's why they are updating it with newer versions. And the aftermarket availability of this scooter is really high. I mean, like, it's a global model, so there is a lot of aftermarket parts available. Like this visor, you can see some extended visor you can get from aftermarket, and the suspension also rear one you get rebound adjustment and damping adjustment suspensions you get. So if you like to modify the scooter, in this scooter you can do. So to summarize, this scooter has great engine and great handling. The downsides are, of course, the rear suspension, which is pretty hard, and it's not that well damped. And the second one, of course, is the brakes. And I think brakes also, there is a larger disc available in the aftermarket. But I do think it should have got a bigger disc, and it should definitely get a rear disc. It's missing. So these are the downsides, but these are not really a deal breaker. And so that's it for this video, guys. So hope you all like it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. So coming to the fuel station, I remember that I forgot to tell you about the fuel efficiency and the tank capacity. It's a nice one. So this scooter gets a 5.5 liter fuel tank, which is placed here, and newer one gets updated fuel tank. I guess it's slightly bigger. It should be 7 liters. And the fuel economy of the scooter is 40 kilometers per liter. This is pretty impressive. It's actually at par with the 125cc scooter. The fuel efficiency is mainly due to its thermal efficiency because it gets a liquid cooled engine, so it's pretty efficient as well. So this should not bite your target, and ideally the range is also pretty good. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.